Welcome to the campfire.
I'm Tony.
I'm Peggy.
We're two RV industry veterans who travel part-time.
Traveling the country in our Rockwood Mini Lite 2506 FK. In case anyone didn't know, that's the secret.
Yeah.
We have not been keeping since November.
Yeah, right? Well, this week on the StressLess Camping Podcast, we would like to take you on a tour of our Rockwood Mini Lite 2506 FK and tell you why we bought this particular trailer and share with you, well, a tour and also what we really like about this, what kind of persuaded us to go this direction. So without any further ado, we're going to start where we always like to start.
Right here.
With our reviews. By the way, we are coming to you from the Workside Sports.
Yay, vacation and
RV show. So this is where we're camped. We're right on the midway.
That's right.
And if you hear tractory sounds and stuff, they're setting up the show.
Yep, they're still setting up the show.
Yeah.
It opens on Saturday. You'll see this on Thursday. So you still have 2 days to get ready to get to Quartzsite for day one.
Oh, right.
But then you have 10 days. So if you can get here in the next week and a half, you've got it made.
Well, and then afterwards, we are going to have our gathering in the desert. So if you can't make it for the Quartzsite Sports Vacation and RV show, you can join us in the desert the following week.
Yeah, join us at our meetup.
Yeah, without any further ado, let's go for a tour. Whenever I write these RV reviews, I always suggest you start at the road first, for good reason, and I'll show you why on this trailer. So come on, let's look at the road, as it were. So Rockwood uses a torsion axle suspension, and what's good about that is it's a smoother ride, and the less jiggling and jouncing that happens as you're rolling down the road, because we all know how the roads are, the less is transmitted to the trailer, which means less likely that stuff is going to break. Now you'll also see that these are Goodyear Endurance tires, and I believe that Goodyear Endurance tires are right now the best travel trailer tires, and we have an interview with Curtis Henninger from Goodyear, so we'll put a link to that. So something else that's fairly unique to Rockwood, it's ideal, your tires on whatever you're towing with are balanced, and Rockwood is using what they call balancing beads inside the tires. So again, smoother ride, less jiggling, and less harshness transmitted into the trailer, which means it's going to last longer. Another thing I like is Rockwood includes tire pressure monitoring on these Goodyear Endurance tires. So if you have, if something's leaking or you have an issue with the tire or it's starting to heat up, which could be like a bearing failure, the tire pressure monitoring system will warn you. And again, that's included as part of owning a Rockwood or Flagstaff, by the way. They are the same trailer. Another, this does have your furnace here, and then there's this rail, and on this rail they include a flat top griddle and a little metal table, which is pretty cool. Another thing I want to share with you is these things are built tough. So the way Rockwood builds their sidewalls, and they build them themselves, it's a composite laminate structure. So you've got the fiberglass on the outside that you can see, but right below that is a man-made, what they call substrate. It's a ground up pop bottles basically, and then either aluminum or insulation, then more of that that composite substrate on the inside. Now you may have heard the term Asdel. Asdel now is not the only company that makes these composite substrates. So it has been Asdel for a while, and now it's just a composite substrate. Same product, kind of like Kleenex. You could buy just as good facial tissues at the grocery store, and they don't necessarily have to be Kleenex. But the good thing is, the way Rockwood does this is it's a vacuum lamination process, which is, again, the ideal way of making this type of wall. And it's stronger, lighter, and far less a chance of water intrusion. I kind of went against my prior experience as a warranty manager. We did get power stabilizers. Typically I like the manual ones, but there you go. And it is an option, we chose it. Another neat thing is Rockwood has gone to all what they call slam latches. So, you know, they slam shut. And all of these cabinet doors have a little magnet hold back, which is good. Also, all the keys on this trailer, it's the same key for everything. So for your compartment doors, both are entry doors. Everything is operated with one key. So that's convenient. So also back here, you have a accessory hitch for like bikes and such that's built right into the frame effectively. Rockwood is using a gas electric water heater, not a hot water heater. If you had hot water, you wouldn't need a heater. Why do I like this? Because you have 6 gallons of hot water, and like we use that geyser shower system. So the tankless water heaters that are becoming popular need to see a certain amount of volume move by. And if you're doing something efficient like boondocking, which we do a lot, they don't trigger the tankless water heaters generally. So I prefer this traditional gas electric water heater. Another thing that Rockwood does, this is a rack and pinion through frame slide, which I believe is my first choice. It's just a better, more capable system in my opinion. And again, I had talked about vacuum laminating walls. Rockwood does it on the slide boxes as well, the roof. And the roof of these trailers is also vacuum laminated. Animated, vacuum animated. So a lot of RV companies use wood roof structures. This is a vacuum laminated structure that's insulation and aluminum, and then there is a membrane that they put on top that has a lifetime guarantee. And Rockwood is also using a much higher quality sealant that requires less maintenance. Now, all RVs require maintenance, right? But this sealant is far, far superior to what has been done. One more thing I'd like to show you. Rockwood uses frameless windows. Why do I like those? Well, there's not a lot of metal around here. Well, there's no metal around here to get schmutzed up. They're less maintenance. They tilt out. You can have them open in the rain. So nice touch, and they're tinted. So that's my preference again. Now, one thing, you know, we've been talking about how much we like this trailer. So we'll get to the first dislike. There are 2 sewer dumps. Now, granted, that means we have a kitchen tank and a bathroom gray tank, which is nice, but this is a contortionist's dream.
All the way under the slide.
Yeah, so
the other one.
The other one's up on the other side of the slide, up here.
Oh, it's up there.
So, meh. And then there's a little compartment here in the slide, which I like as well.
I missed that. Say that again.
So there's a compartment in the slide as well. And again, more of the frameless windows and such. We did change some stuff already. One of those things is, you know, we use our Starlink dish, and a lot of times we'll just mount it on a flagpole here. And we have a story about that at StressLessCamping.com. And we did go back to our Camco recurve TR3 weight distribution hitch, which we've had. We switched to a different one. It caused us to notch the frame on the previous trailer. They didn't like that. And so we went back to this, which required no modification of the trailer itself.
Pause.
All right. So, you know, we had talked about the Starlink, and how do you get the Starlink from inside to out? Well, I drilled a hole in this baggage compartment door. I know, and it goes out. Now, this baggage compartment is a magical place. It's another place we've modified. And what we did is we literally took this trailer from the dealership to ABC Upfitters, and they installed this system where a mini fridge. Now, all this cabling here, this is my doing, that's the Starlink cable. But all the rest of this is the ABC Upfitters Master Volt power system. So you have your inverter and charge controller here. Inverter here. You have your solar charge controller here. This is the battery here. And then look at how neatly and professionally all this wiring is done. They just don't skimp. I mean, everything in here is absolutely top quality. And again, this cabling is my doing. You can tell it's the only thing that looks not professional in here. But this is, we also got their DC to DC charger, so we can actually use our truck to charge the battery. So it plugs into the truck and brings about the equivalent of 1,000 watts of solar in, more or less. Or we have 1,200 watts of solar on the roof. But all of this was ABC Upfitters. When we went there, I saw all these pieces, and of course I'm aware of all these pieces. I'm like, oh my gosh, how are they going to put this in the space of the mini fridge that was here? And they cleaned up this compartment so nicely and put all these pieces in, and it's just, you know, we talk about them a lot, and the previous systems that we had were factory installed systems. This is the first where they installed the system, because Rockwood doesn't offer this system in this floor plan. And it's just worked perfectly. It's just a beautiful install. So if you're looking for a great solar and lithium system that matches what you do, like us out here in the desert, or whatever, or even if you're just looking for a battery upgrade, whatever it is, ABC Upfitters are the people to call. And what's their number? 574-333-3225.
Okay, thank you. Trying to give me a seizure or what?
So changing the point of view, not really, but you know, I look different. Tony showed you this cabinet where ABC put the battery and everything in, and he showed you where the battery was, but he only showed you about 2/3 of the battery. Let's go see the rest. Okay, so the rest of the battery is in here, and this was a drawer. We gave up this drawer because we wanted the battery. And can you see how the battery takes up a little bit of that drawer space, about half of it. And then we decided, well, hey, what a perfect place to put the Starlink router.
Yeah, there were a couple of plugs in that compartment that we showed you outside. And they were just not put in that neatly, let's just say. And ABC redid that. Now, the grate that's there that's not attached.
So Rockwood replaced the drawer. We traded in the drawer. For this is actually, if you have a furnace with an intake, this covers that furnace intake. The battery needs to have some kind of airflow. And so we have this. We haven't decided exactly how we're going to attach it in case we want to get in there, so we don't want to screw it in. So it just sits there for now.
You saw all the cable spaghetti that I did. Well, that grate is also my undoing or doing. So there you go. That's why it looks like that.
Okay, but this is why it's called the 2506 FK, because it has a front kitchen. You're looking out the windshield right now at the front kitchen. Nice microwave, of course the hood vent, the 3-burner stove with a vitamin in it. No, that's the clicker. I thought I saw a vitamin. As Rockwood does, the full-size 22-inch oven, not the little dinky one. Plenty of cabinets, cabinetry including underneath the sink, and a couple of tilt-outs. A nice big wide double width sink that has some storage stuff in it right now, but has these nice sink covers for drains. pretty decent faucet.
There's 2 Power of Tower pop-ups on this counter,
That's
too.
right. The Tower of Powers.
Which are also magnetic. They're induction chargers. You put your phone on top.
Yep. So all the cabinets for our food are here.
And they're soft close.
They're soft close. And then the pantry, which I normally would put food in, but just the storage containers that we have worked out better. This is a mess right now because we've got some extra things crammed in there for our long trip. But essentially we have our plates and our cups and our measuring things and our leftover containers and things like that in this cabinet. We have a dinette. This was one of the main selling points is, in our 2205, we had taken out the theater seats and put in work chairs, office chairs and like TV trays to work as a workstation. This is a way more comfortable workstation. And we have already sat last night and done some work and enjoyed the comfort of the dinette. This table moves completely out, so we can put it wherever we want. If we want to get rid of it completely, we can put it outside if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But it's a freestanding table, really easy to fold down for moving.
And they use the marine grade flooring in the slide now.
Yes.
And also this slide box has extra tall windows. So it's really
there's
very
so much
open
window.
feeling.
We love that. So, I guess this is where we'll point out that Rockwood's now come with this binder. Tony did a whole video on the Rockwood binder, but this has, like information on all the aspects of your Mini Lite with QR codes so you can get some help on all the different things and some drawings of wiring diagrams or something. I don't know. Anyway, I haven't memorized it or anything, but
of course the dinette can become a bed, but we're not going to tell any of our friends that.
Right. We haven't done that. So the dinette also has these 2 drawers.
Oh yeah.
Which are good size. And there's all your night lights you were looking for.
Oh yeah, look at that. And the finger. Oh, get the finger.
Oh, the finger.
The finger.
Okay, I get to finger everything else. Okay, so dinette. The other part of the front kitchen, well, or any kitchen really, I think this is the Rockwood standard right now, is this bottom freezer drawer, top refrigerator.
Does that refrigerator have any magic to it?
This refrigerator does have magic to it.
It's a magic chef.
Except I can't get back there, so.
Well, if you're like coming in from the outside.
Right, you just want to pop up and get a pop out of the refrigerator.
Pop.
An adult pop, whatever.
Yeah, beer is what we're...
A beverage of some sort, or a piece of cheese from outside. You can open it from that side.
And what we found, now we haven't done numbers on this yet, but that fridge is remarkably efficient.
It has seemed to be very
really
efficient.
Impressed with that. And it's quiet too.
We kind of walked past this, but here's the RVer control app or control panel. So you can turn the lights on and off and open the slide and check your levels of water. And then this panel came with the ABC system. And this, we've turned the Combi Master on so that we have power inside. And so this gives us the state of charge and everything about our ABC Upfit.
The Rockwood panel, the one with the lights and slides and all that, also has a redundant app so you can turn lights on and off. And Peggy discovered a really cool feature about that. It has like timers, so you could... Like last night we were in bed.
Yes.
We had the lights in the bedroom dimmed on a timer. So when it was time to, after the preset amount of time, they just shut themselves off. So it's like a sleep timer, which I thought was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Got your air conditioner here.
Yeah, and that's
Ducted,
the Coleman Mock. Yeah, quiet, cool.
Quiet, cool.
Oops, I don't want to shake the camera. I apologize, everybody.
These lights also, if you have too much brightness, you can turn each puck on and off individually.
Yep.
As long as the main light is on. And then I like this Coleman Mock controller. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but there it turns the fan on and off. It turns the heat or the cooling on or turns it off. I'm going to leave things off for right now because it's beautiful in here.
Yeah. And then the TV and the fireplace.
TV and the fireplace. So has a fireplace when you're, it runs on electricity. It's essentially a space heater, electric space heater, but it's very pretty. And then there's another little cabinet for all kinds of weird stuff in there. And the big television. It's a smart TV. It works as a speaker.
Yeah,
right?
Bluetooth as well.
Bluetooth speaker. So notice that there aren't any other speakers in here. This is the Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, and it's a JBL speaker. It doesn't sound bad for what it is.
Yeah. Shall we move on?
Let's do that.
I think a drip just dripped on me. Oh, hello. I'm just taking a shower in this super roomy, I can't even reach the ceiling shower.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the shower in here. And then
we of course put our Oxygenic shower head in here, and then we also have an extra little contraption because we have our geyser shower system for when we're off grid or when we're Tony, because he loves it and uses it all the time. Even in the house we have one.
And then the shower miser.
The shower miser.
And what's that?
What the shower
miser?
So the shower miser is a device that will you can turn the water on, and while you're waiting for the hot water to arrive at the faucet, the shower miser will...
It redirects...
If I say it wrong, I'm going to get in trouble. But anyway,
redirects water
it won't
back
let
into
the water go down the drain. It will put the water back in the system.
Yeah.
Then this blue tube will turn white and say, hey, the water's hot now. Then you can just put it back into position for making the water come out whichever head. And we've got, individual for his and hers. And there's a lot of dials and valves. But it's a great, efficient system.
Yeah. Another thing that I really like about Rockwoods is they include high-performance vent fans in the ceiling instead of the cheap do-nothing 4-inch fart fans. And it's a porcelain foot flush toilet.
I can't reach. Which is also soft close.
Soft close. Fancy. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
One of the reasons that we decided to get this 2506 FK was the dinette, but another reason was this bathroom. The bathroom is a great size, but also the bathroom separates the kitchen that I just closed off from the bedroom where Tony is right now, and we'll look at in a minute. And so we have 2 sets of doors. We have real separation from sleeping space to working space. And when you don't have the same sleep schedule, that's really helpful. So we have a pretty good size linen closet here. Of course, I'm going to make sure nothing falls out. The medicine cabinet, and then a pretty good size cabinet underneath that I finally have a place for the vacuum, the Ryobi vacuum stick part. I've never been able to stash that anywhere, so I'm so thrilled that fits underneath.
And we have the toilet paper hung over the door. Yes,
the toilet paper hangs over the door. The towels hang over the door, so we didn't have to put extra holes for anything. The sink has that solid surface like in the kitchen, so we don't have, that seam where water can get in. So this is really nice. This was an add-on. This does not come with it, but I like this because it keeps the countertop from getting wet, and then it lets the water drain. I don't know what it's called, but you can find it on Amazon.
A thingamajigger.
Ready? Here we go. Ta-da! Here's that second set of doors I was talking about that separates the bathroom from the bedroom now, with sliding doors that have a strap on them so that they travel nicely. They also have a magnetic catch here, which is really strong. I might have to put a felt thing or something because it's so strong I can't even open the door. But now we're in the bedroom. So come on in. We have, of course, his and hers closets and plenty of overhead cabinetry.
With soft closed
with
doors.
soft closed doors. We each have a drawer now. Tony used to have like all the switches and panels here, so he's excited that he has a drawer now. One other slight modification is that we have put our ghost bed mattress in this trailer. This is now technically the third trailer that this mattress has been in. We got it with our first 2205 and then swapped it out to the second 2205. This is just a pretty to make the mattress look nice and match the red. This is a super bag who I assume will be at the Quartzsite Sports Vacation and RV show. They always have been. We haven't talked to them yet this year, but hopefully they will be here.
That super bag we've had now for what, 6 years?
About 6 years,
and
yeah.
it's, to me, it looks as good as when we bought it.
I always see the new colors and designs and want a new one, but there's no reason to buy a new one. We did buy new sheets last year, but the bag itself is in great shape and we don't need to replace it. Another great feature of these bedrooms now is that, oh, I still can't reach it. There's a LED light, a reading light on each side, so we can each turn on our lights. And there's also tower of power on each side. So we each have our power to charge our devices at night, keep us awake with this bright light that we're going to cover up with a piece of tape or something. If I would change things, that would be something I would try to figure out how to change. I understand that indicates that it's live and ready to go, but it's very bright when you're trying to sleep there. We opted for the second fan, the Max Air fan, over the bed when we have just a cool enough night and it's warm inside. We can just turn that on and maybe open a window, and the flow of air is perfect. We don't need the air conditioning for the most part.
And we have our bears.
And we have our bears and the 2506 FK. By the way, if you know the old 2506 FK, this bedroom looks a lot different, as does the bathroom. The bathroom did not used to be a pass-through, and the bedroom used to have, I think, a slide in it, and the bed was side to side, and there was an outdoor kitchen out there. So it's a lot different. And actually, people say, oh, God, I'm glad I already had one. But I say, boy, I'm glad they changed it. We didn't like all those features before that everybody else loves, and we actually don't need an outdoor kitchen. We do love the middle bathroom pass-through. The secondary door, we could take or leave, honestly, but we have to. This is something I would talk about in design. You know, it has those fold-out stairs, all the stable steps.
Solid steps.
And those fold up and they take this entire space. So if we are boondocking overnight for just a night and just want to sleep, in order for Tony to get to this side of the bed, we have to open the door and put the steps out and leave the steps out overnight. We wouldn't have to otherwise because we don't really use this door. Meh, you know?
Yeah.
Some people might love that. We could take it or leave it.
I want to add one thing about those cabinets. Because they're at the back of the trailer, which is, squared off, by gosh, they have a lot of space.
Oh, they do. Let me see if I can.
I'd be careful because I loaded mine up and it's got a ton of stuff.
Oh, it's very full.
Yeah.
But it goes all the way back to here.
Yeah,
it's
and
that
it's
whole
square.
length.
So we put those little baskets in. Show the soft close. See. Ooh.
Now let's see if I can.
Now let's see if we can turn the light. Oh, and there's a USB port in each of those.
Oh, that's right.
So they're 12
right
volt. And I figure, it's like, wait a minute, where are you going to run the cable? But if you put the phone in the cabinet overhead,
Up there.
that might be the way to...
I suppose.
By the way, the bedroom light's also dim. We don't want to show that because it gets all blinky.
Yeah.
And you can run those with
The camera doesn't like that.
Yeah, with the RVer app.
So there it is. Finally, what you've all been asking for almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
There's the walkthrough of our Rockwood. There's the walkthrough of our new Rockwood Mini Lite 2506 FK.
Yeah, we have been just delighted with this trailer. And this is now our fourth Rockwood trailer, Rockwood Mini Lite. And, you hear a lot of people complaining about RVs and blah, blah, blah. And this thing has just been solid. And we sat in a dinette very much like this with some of the decision makers at Rockwood a while back. We will put a link to that. It shows you how the company thinks things through and how they make decisions. And yeah, there are a lot of RVs you can buy that are price focused, but Rockwood and Flagstaff are one of the brands that really do a very good job, and that's why we like them. Now, we are brand ambassadors for Rockwood, but we bought our very first Rockwood just after doing research.
Yep.
And we have had a number of RV companies say, hey, we want you to be our brand ambassador. And truthfully, we just like these trailers. They're just well made, well designed, well thought through trailers. And just seeing how they made improvements from 2023, our last trailer, to this trailer, it just shows they keep sort of polishing the diamond.
Yes.
I really like this brand quite a bit. So, a lot of people have said, hey, how can I support StressLess Camping? Well, of course, you can if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe naturally. If you are listening on any podcast app, you could write a review or, of course, share anything from our website. But another way we have that you can support us that we don't talk about too much is we do have a merch store.
We do indeed. We are displaying some of those things, but not all of those things. So some of them will have overlaid photos because we have a couple things in the camper that we didn't think to bring right here with us. But this is our newest thing. It's called Think Outside, No Box Required. This is our new t-shirt design. And this is our newest water bottle design. Now you can buy the t-shirt as a water bottle and the water bottle as a t-shirt. This design is available. So. This is a great water bottle. It's really big.
Yeah.
And it's got like a built-in straw. And that says hide and seek champion. It's Bigfoot. It's a Bigfoot, but with a travel trailer on it.
Well, it's a Rockwood.
It's a Rockwood travel trailer. You know, Tony had to design that special because there aren't really that many kind of, what do you call it, clip art.
Well, we designed these.
That's Mini Lite, So.
And it's a stainless steel water bottle. I think the quality is really good on this. I really like these bucket hats that are embroidered, but you know, there's a bunch of stuff
You can get shirts either with an embroidery or a printed logo. The bag, which is something that you'll see an overlay of right now because it's in the other room. I forgot to bring it over. T-shirts, a coffee, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And if there's something that you wish, there's even socks.
There are socks.
that they embroidered a logo on. If there's something that you wish you could have, you know, an item that might be printable, let us know and we'll look into it and we'll add that item to our list if that is something that you would like to buy. It's all by demand, so you know, if we add it and nobody else buys it, that's okay. We can go ahead and add it.
That's right.
But anyway, that is, as Tony said, it's a way to support us. We get a little bit.
You get cool stuff.
We get a little bit of profit from that, and then you can walk around saying, "Oh, look how cool I am! I'm wearing a StressLess Camping shirt, carrying a Bigfoot bottle."
Yeah. Anyway, well, that's what we have for you this week. Thank you for coming on our little tour. And of course, you know, you can find the written review of this trailer and so many other RVs at our home on the web, where you'll also find discounts and deals and some great helpful hints and tips and just all kinds of stuff like that. So check out StressLessCamping.com. We really try to provide a lot of value there, and everything, of course, is free. Well, not the merch, but everything, all the content is free.
As Tony said, check out the merch store, check out the YouTube channel if you aren't already, the podcast if you aren't already, the website, and all the social places.
Yeah.
Right? And share. That is very, very helpful to us. Like, that is also very helpful. I know that our program automatically throws a cartoon thumb up every time I do that, so hi. And We really appreciate you sticking around for this 290th
Yeah, this
episode.
is 290th episode.
We're going to hit 300 pretty soon.
Counting down to 300.
Yeah. And have a terrific week. Come and see us in Quartzsite if you are able to. If you need more details, please reach out and let us know. And until next week,
StressLess Camping.
We hope you learned a lot and had some fun and got some tips for your next stressless camping adventure. We're honored by your reviews on Apple Podcasts, which helps others find us too. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on the adventure, and we look forward to your joining us next week. Until then, happy camping!